comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it now.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Chicago Bears franchise here on YouTube. My name is Zach Golden. So the first thing we should discuss is the halfback position. As most of you know, Matt Forte left the Chicago Bears this offseason to sign with the New York Jets, leaving Bears fans with one question. Who will be the starting player at that halfback position? Well, Jeremy Langford looks to be the frontrunner this training camp. He's received most of the first team reps, and he did show a lot of life last season, at times. He needs to work on being more consistent on finding open space. He averaged only 3.6 yards per carry last year, and 1.13 yards after contact, which is second worst in 2015 among all backs with at least 100 carries. The next halfback on our list is Jackless Rogers. Now, Jackless Rogers has emerged as a third down bruiser and a leading candidate for the understudy role. Coaches have commented on the 26-year-old's reliability, and he draws some similarities to Matt Forte. He's also a great receiving back. He caught at least 52 passes for the Falcons in 2012 and 2013. Now, before we move on to the next topic, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Who do you guys think should be the starting halfback? I have a straw poll in the description below. Go and vote now. The next topic we have is quarterbacks. As you know, Jay Cutler has been the gunslinger for the Chicago Bears over the last 7 seasons, giving them 2 winning records and 1 playoff berth during that time. Some people, however, don't think that he's fit for the starting role anymore. To show this viewpoint, we brought in NFL expert Brady Pratt.
Cutler has been one of the more inconsistent quarterbacks over his career. He's never really done much for anybody to think that he was actually worth keeping as a starter. Even when he was with the Broncos, and I would argue that he was with probably a much better team with the Broncos, he still couldn't manage to accomplish much. Now that he's with the Bears, I will grant him that he is coming off of a fantastic career season. It was much better than anything else that he's done. But the problem is that he's just been too inconsistent over his career. He's at the point where he's starting to reach the age where a lot of quarterbacks are going to start dropping off, their production starts to fall off, and that's not going to bode well for him because he already doesn't have the greatest of production. So it doesn't make sense for the Bears to keep Cutler more than maybe another year, but in all honesty, it'd actually make more sense for them to trade him because you could get more value out of him now than you will be in a year or two.
Always good to hear from Brady Pratt. You guys will be hearing a lot more from him as the season progresses. But let's move on to the defense, more precisely the cornerbacks. Now, Tracy Porter, he needs to be healthy. He needs to be that number 1 corner. We expect high expectations from him. Now, Charles Tillman has departed. Sadly, he's still in the hearts and minds of us Bears fans, but hopefully Tracy Porter can lock down that number 1 wide receiver. He's looking to be the front runner to be the number 1 cornerback with Kyle Fuller closely behind. Hopefully Kyle Fuller next year can take that spot and really shine for the Bears at that number 1 position. I still think that he needs a little bit more time. But let's go on to two corners that I would really like to talk about. One of them being Bryce Callahan. He's small, but an amazing vertical. It makes him appear taller than what he really is, and he can really disrupt plays with that. Very athletic as well, and he's not afraid to tackle at all. Would be great at that nickel spot. Now, let's talk about DeAndre Hall. Now, 6'1", super long arms, and can get people off their routes. This is huge. Cannot wait to see more of this guy in preseason. Alrighty guys, that will do it for the pilot episode of the Chicago Bears franchise here on YouTube. My name is Zach Golden, and don't forget to participate in that straw poll on who should be the starting running back for your Chicago Bears. And I would love to hear your thoughts on who's your favorite player on the Chicago Bears, past or present. Thanks guys, have a great one. Peace.